listening to Bearcat Insider with everybody's favorite assistant coach, Travis Marsh, and I'm Chance Kirby. Now to the show. All right, here we are. Week 1 preview show. How you feeling, Coach?
I'm ready to play a football game.
Are you?
I'm tired of scrimmages.
Are you sick of telling me we haven't even put on pads yet, or we haven't played a game yet?
Well, we're not even in district yet.
Okay. You're going to transition into a new...
new coach speak.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, like I said, here we are. This is the first pregame show, playing the Plainview Indians in Ardmore, Oklahoma. I want to keep driving that point home because there is a Plainview, Oklahoma that's about 5 hours away.
It's about 5 hours away.
And
by the time you get there,
yeah,
you'll be able to turn around and make it for the second half.
I don't want anyone to go there, but if someone does end up going there that you hear about, let us know. I would be interested to
just kind of want to know what Plainview, Oklahoma is all about.
How they felt when they got there. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Plainview, Oklahoma is also the Plainview Indians. It's not a stretch.
Could be. I mean, we could Google it and find out.
That's no fun.
Yeah.
All right, so how the show is going to run down, we're going to discuss Pilot Point quickly, and then we're going to get into what everybody's wanting to hear about is who are these Plainview Indians that are in Ardmore.
Yep.
So let's start with Pilot Point. I wanted to ask, the villagers, the community, their impression of the scrimmage was, both of them actually, that we were a little uninspired. And how do you respond to that? That seems to be the common thread of anyone I talk to that sees me and wants to talk Bearcat football, which is almost everybody.
Well, you kind of have to look at it like a wedding.
I don't have positive opinions of weddings, so you're talking to the wrong guy.
And I'm not the person that should be bringing it up. But we've both been to weddings before.
Yes.
Were you in Justin's wedding?
I was.
Okay, I was in Caleb's wedding. Mm-hmm. 2 very good examples, way
Yes.
better than us. So, the rehearsal the night before,
yeah.
Did you take it very serious?
No, but it's usually the most fun. It's funner than the wedding.
Right, but did you take it serious? That was the question.
No,
I wasn't asking you about fun.
Sorry. I'm going to get us sidetracked.
Okay, so you didn't take it serious. They probably had to say, Chance, that's not where you stand.
Or stop laughing.
Yeah, and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we just got done with our 2 rehearsals.
Okay.
Were you serious during the actual wedding?
Probably not as I should have been, but to fit along with the point you're trying to prove, I'm going to say yes.
I was very serious whenever I walked Malaya down the aisle with Caleb's wedding, as she was the flower girl.
Did your dad do the service?
He did.
Well, that's why you were serious, because you were going to get backhanded.
Yeah, well, I'm just a serious guy.
Oh, okay. Good point.
And so, our rehearsals are over. It's hard to get up for a scrimmage. I wish it was different.
Well, the game flow's weird, first of all.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's no matter what happens, you get more plays whenever you're in this 12-play segment or 15-play segment or whatever. And Crum threw us a little bit of a curveball. They did the old, hey, this is what we're going to be in, because that's what you do with a scrimmage. You tell the other team, hey, we're going to be in a 4-3 or we're going to be in a 3-3 stack. Well, they told us, hey, we're going to be in a 3-3 stack. We were like, okay, cool, that's what we'll prep for. They never got in a 3-3 stack. They were an attacking 3-4 the whole game.
Okay.
So we didn't change anything. We said, well, these are the plays we've been practicing. We're just going to stay the course. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of tailed off there.
There's just no cause for panic.
Yeah.
So
you don't think the Cowboys are panicking? Because I don't think they've won a preseason game yet. It's kind of the same deal.
The Patriots won a Super Bowl a couple years ago and went 0-4 in the preseason.
Okay.
I mean, it's just practice.
Are we talking about practice?
We're talking about practice.
Okay.
And so, it's not cause for concern. As coaches, do you wish that your kids were just lights out all the time, gung-ho? Of course we do. Do we wish they were a little bit more focused, took things a little bit more serious? Of course we do. In 2 scrimmages, in the live action, we haven't had a touchdown scored on us.
Yeah, it's true. Live action? Critter Man?
No, man, I'm out.
Met him once. Different story for a different day.
Okay.
1A. Okay, I get I'll bail you out because I agree. It's hard to get fired up for scrimmage. And 1A of everyone's concern is people seem to be worried about Ish all of a sudden. And I actually spoke to Ish yesterday. I'm not worried about Ish because I think no one in our program is under more pressure than Ish Harris because everybody has a new expectation of how he needs to perform. And I think he's fully aware of that and wants to live up to that expectation. And I think Friday we're going to see a different switch because A, he wants to show that Texas A&M made the right choice. B, that he deserves every accolade he's been given. And he has the most to lose by not performing, in my opinion, and I think he recognizes that. But I think he also probably approached those games like, hey, I've hopefully got 16 games to play this year. I really don't need to lay it all out.
What's the ultimate goal of the NFL preseason for a team?
Figure out who you got and where they're going to be.
And get to week 1 what?
Healthy. Do you think anyone would have been upset with you if we'd have got, or the whole staff, if we'd have got Ish hurt on the third?
I mean, you can't be upset because the kid has to play.
Yeah, but everyone would have been, what are you doing?
But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be naysayers. We're used to it.
But I do feel like Ish is as critical on himself as everyone else walking around town, like, what's wrong with Ish Harris?
Yeah, no, he didn't perform the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
But we have time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, 4 days.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, man.
Was there anything else you want to talk about as far as Pilot Point? I know now the season started, it's going to be a lockbox and can't pry anything out of you, but other than we're going to be fine on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Don't read too much into the scrimmages. Like I said, whenever we got to live bullets, I think we scored 27 points in 3 quarters and allowed 0 touchdowns. I can live with that.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly to the community of Pilot Point, our webcast ads are the way to go. Contact us today and we'll find an advertising opportunity that fits your budget. Don't miss your chance to be part of a winning team. Go Bearcats. Let's move on to the opponent.
Yep.
Plainview in Ardmore.
Yes, Plainview High School in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Yes. So what do you got? Where are we going to start?
Well, let's talk about when we have the ball.
Okay. What happens when we have the ball?
Hopefully lots of touchdowns.
Okay.
But they're going to be hard to come by. They're good. They're very good. They have a very active defensive line. Defensive ends do a really good job of their assignment. Number 32, Kaden Pickens, is probably going to play one of the linebacker spots. He's an all-state linebacker. He's good. Number 22, Blue Norman. Not making that up. He's a good one too. They're both solid linebackers. And you're going to get a 4-3 alignment, so there's going to be 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. They try to clog the middle with the defensive line to try to spill everything to let the linebackers run and go make plays. I apologize for the sniffles. In the secondary, you're going to get a cover 4 shell. It's going to be umbrella coverage. They don't want anything to get behind them. Keep everything in front. Make you put a drive together and let those linebackers be really, really active.
When, like you and I talked when we had Brock 2.0 a couple years ago, this is the second time around that they're playing us ever in their history. So is it kind of a chess game? You're thinking, okay, well, this is what we had success on them this year or last year, and they know we're going to probably try to do the same things. And then are you assuming they're going to do the same thing since they weren't successful? When I say successful as far as winning, they had a heck of a second half against us last year.
They had 14 points in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah. So is there some of that to where you're like, well, we want to do the same thing but not exactly the same thing, or you just line up and go?
You kind of are what you are.
Yeah.
Good programs do that. you do what you do, and you make small adjustments and you tweak. But it's not like all of a sudden we're going to go out on Friday night and run Navy's triple option attack. Sorry, Chance.
Man,
I know that leaves a gaping hole in your heart. But you don't make wholesale changes. You don't change philosophies. You don't change approach. You just tweak things.
Okay.
And so, I think it's gonna be a good matchup for us. They're gonna be a solid defensive team. That's gonna be a good one to start against in the first game of the season. Well, let's talk about when they have the ball. Do you want to ask your question now, or do you want to wait?
I'll go ahead and ask it now.
Okay.
Because then everyone's confused, I'm sure. There are rule differences in Oklahoma versus Texas. Are we going to have, I'm assuming our defense is going to have a little adjustment on that because it's going to be something they're not accustomed to? Or is it not that big of a deal?
It's really not that big of a deal. And it's a blocking below the waist. In Texas, we have a box that is where we can block below the waist, and you have to be a certain angle, and you can't be going back towards the middle of the field. There's all these rules. So basically, we just don't hardly cut anymore. In Oklahoma, it's just open season. So you can slice and dice people up and down the field. So, it's different, but it's not a game breaker.
Okay.
When they have the ball, those two really good outside linebackers, number 32, Kaden Pickens, number 22, Blue Norman, are in the backfield, and they're good ball carriers. They run tough, run hard. Their quarterback is a capable runner, Reese Taylor. He broke off a 60-yard run against us last year, so he's back. And then probably their scariest weapon is number 10, Morgan Pearson on the outside. He's a wide receiver. Aston knows him.
Yeah, he made a poster.
Yeah,
out of Aston, basically. Last year.
And so he's back.
Yeah.
He's going to be a junior. He's getting a lot of love from colleges, football-wise, and he'll probably get drafted by the Major League Baseball. He's a heck of a baseball player. So, they have 9 starters back on offense. And so they're going to be good. They're going to attack us multiple ways. They like to run the football. They like to sling the ball out to number 10 and let him do his thing. So we'll have our hands full. Other things outside of the football game that we have coming up. Thursday morning we have Gridiron Fellowship breakfast at Buff's.
First one of the year.
What time will that be?
I think food is served at 6 a.m.
Okay. That's always a good time.
Everybody's welcome.
I always enjoy fellowshipping with the people who are there.
Yeah, I think there's a misconception that it's some group or club, or it's not. Just show up.
Yeah.
Get up early, come have some coffee and breakfast.
Hear from Coach Peacock or Coach Freeze. Maybe Coach Alling.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think we need a Coach Alling appearance.
Yeah.
I think we just put him on the spot.
Yeah.
And then, Coach David will always kind of give a wrap-up or a preview. But, like I said, it's less about it's really less about the gridiron and more about the fellowship. I enjoy getting to see all the people that are there and kind of catch up or keep up or, whatever. It's great. It's a good time, good food.
Yeah, and you get to meet players. We give them the opportunity, and some of them twist their arm to kind of teach them public speaking and to meet the community and introduce themselves.
I'm really disappointed we're finished with Max. He was always uncomfortable.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
I bet somebody else will step up, though, this year, fill that void.
Do you have any guesses on who?
No, because it would be someone that I haven't met yet.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who's just going to freeze.
Wyatt's filling his spot on the field. Is he uncomfortable speaking in public?
No, Wyatt will knock it out of the park.
Oh, okay.
I have faith in Wyatt.
Yeah. And then the only other item we mentioned at the last cast, we did drop our media guide. It's out there.
It is, and
got
a lot of positive feedback on it.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to take a deep dive into Bearcat football, it's on our website, and as well as all we posted on all of our social media.
About the only thing we don't have in there is all-time statistics, because those are unverifiable.
At this point, I think next summer our 4 to 5 month project is going to be digging that up.
Yeah, while difficult,
not impossible.
Yeah, we can probably manage it. But no, it's really a neat historical dive into Pilot Point football, as well as a deep dive into the current roster.
Yeah.
But just excited about the season. It'll be nice to get into a rhythm of Thursday night games, which we will not have a JV game this week because Plainview's JV is playing Monday night. And so JV will play 10 weeks in a row. They're going to play Crum on our bye week.
Okay.
And so it'd be nice to get in a rhythm of Thursday night football, Friday night football, and just start rocking and rolling.
And the game will be on YouTube Friday night?
Well, we're awaiting confirmation from Plainview.
Well, I mean, the audio, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if
Something
we
able
have to
hear.
broadcast from a table in the bleachers, we'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
I've reached out to Plainview, and they have not reached back out to me and answered my questions. And
I think you've reached out twice. At least
we're about 6 days in. It's
Yeah.
getting frustrating.
Yeah.
But
Is what it is.
Is what it is. We'll figure it out. But John and Ryan are ready to go. I had a visit with them, I guess, on Sunday. So they're chomping at the bit.
We'll be bringing it to you.
Yeah, and they'll be on YouTube. YouTube channel's Pilot Point Bearcats. If you want to make sure and understand and know whenever we are going live, subscribe.
That's right, because we snuck a scrimmage in on everybody last
A
week.
subscriber-only event.
That's right, and if you didn't subscribe, you didn't know.
And you can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Yes, sir.
the whole gamut.
Whatever your preferred social platform is.
I think, does that about cut it for...
I think it does. It seems kind of short and quick, but we don't have any...
Well, there's nothing
backstory here other than scrimmages that everyone is not happy with and doesn't want to talk about. So next week we'll have more.
Yeah, no, and it'll be good. And, it's just one of those things that there's a shortage of material right now. And I'm not going to say enough to...
Oh, no kidding. But that'll change. 7:30 on Friday. The material will start presenting itself.
And then just like last season, we'll have a post-game wrap-up. We're going to try to, I think, get it done over the weekend if we can and have it drop on Monday.
Yeah.
And then in the media guide, we'll have a game preview for every game.
Yes, we're going to put out, probably come out on Thursday. I don't know. Might sneak it out earlier. Again, That's why you subscribe or follow all of our social media and you'll know. But, we're going to put out a guide every week of what's going on and who we're playing. Kind of the written version of what we just did here, but with pictures and videos.
Yeah, and, whenever our goal with this is always whenever you're up in the bleachers and you're talking to your buddy to be able to say, hey, man, that number 32 who just, made that tackle, he was an all-state linebacker last year.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to give you kind of peel back the curtain a little bit and tell you about the Plainview Indians.
That's right. That's why we're Bearcat Insider.
That's it. And as you'll notice, this podcast was brought to you commercial-free. That's because we are now taking sponsors for the podcast. And so if you're interested in sponsoring the podcast and getting a mention and getting a commercial, you'll get it 2 times a week, and it's a very...
Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We do have a sponsor for the post-game show.
Okay.
Already.
Well, very good. Well, you can get in touch with Chance Kirby.
I'm meaning a title sponsor. We'll take plenty of other commercials.
But sponsorship opportunities are available.
Correct.
We will unabashedly pitch anything.
Yes. Anything. That's allowable.
Yes. We have certain things we can't.
Yeah.
But, no, reach out. You can reach out to us. You can slide in Chance's DMs on Twitter at PP Bearcat Blog. Or you can call him at 940-300-6900.
That's right.
All right. Well,
I'm waiting.
We sure thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you in the stands on Friday night. Go Bearcats.